in progress, good things go slow. I'm no saint. I fall and you pick me up again. You got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Sinking in and I guess I kinda like that. For the first time you really got my back. Got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Lose them with you, lose them with you. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with
Hey, I just...
Good evening, everyone. This is RollingSwarm on the black screen. There we go. And we're into my garage. Let me just drop the volume levels on Spotify once more. Big shout out, of course, to No Copyright Sounds for providing some excellent copyright-free music to use in streams. They are absolute lifesavers. Welcome back. It's the 6th Twister Ascent Tournament on the EU server. It is the fourth and final non-ticketed tournament. After this evening, there will only be the tournaments on Thursday and Saturday, which are only accessible to teams which came top 4 in their group on a non-ticketed tournament. So this is pretty exciting stuff. This is last chance saloon for locking in tickets to basically, as we've seen, the cups, where the big numbers are in terms of leaderboards. It's well and truly entrenched in the ticketed tournaments. It's super important to be coming in the top 4. Now we've got some time. Endgame, e.g., of course, have a buy round. I mean, that just seems to be their go-to approach to the tournament. At the moment, it's not their approach. It's basically because of the matchmaker. The strongest teams by win rate and some other metrics get to skip the first round if there's a strange number of teams. Now, this tournament, Wargaming have elected to put it into 5 groups, which I think is quite good. And there, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They're pretty well developed groups, if we're being honest. Now, Group 1, let's see, I've actually got Blitz Assistant here, which is probably a little bit better, if we're being honest. I hope you can see this. I actually was speaking, a couple of people were discussing the Blitz Assistant app, and basically it's been discontinued. So if you're lucky enough to have it already on your machine, you can still use it, but you can no longer download it from the various different app stores, which is a real shame, because I think it's a phenomenal piece of software. It is buggy as hell though, and the fact that they've discontinued it kind of explains why it's just kind of it's just hanging in there, like dangling off the cliff edge. Refusing to die, and more power to it. Well, Group 1, this is a pretty busy group. We've got First Alliance, nice Navin, 1NV. The teams, well, 1NV actually going through FT52. Probably didn't show up to their games with the speed of that, being considered. Same with XMA2, Janice going through. Navin and First Alliance, the favourites in this group, if we're being honest. And it's worth pointing out that Navin are currently 3rd on the leaderboard, and First Alliance are 10th. First Alliance are chasing that top 8 spot. If they get tickets tonight, it's very, very real. FBI didn't get tickets in yesterday's tournament. That could be a huge dent in their campaign. I think FBI have got a team in this evening. They are going to be absolutely, well, they have to work super hard. If FBI don't get a ticket this evening, they could be out of the top 8, which would be just a huge upset, because they came first in the first ticketed tournament. That would be one hell of a fall for them. Well, let's have a look at the chat just before we get stuck into some more analysis. Hamish, The Ham, Mad Mike, Happy Kiwi, MH Gilly, Tank 13, Steve Barrett, Bowen,
to the swarm.
Deadman Wonderland, Idalco, welcome. We've got Jan from Germany, Daniel Sevic, Steve Bowen, Caroline Mauduit, Raid Win in the Swarm. Good to see you here as always. The Tango is one of our new subscribers. Mad Mike as well. We've got the usual suspects. Lovely, absolutely lovely. Floyik, Slizzard Bartolos. We had Ufpenjar as well, which was that's the real Ufpenjar. I am absolutely humble. Red Baron 82. Fantastic stuff. It's me, one. Asking for an SG100. Why? I'm sorry, I can't give tanks out. I wish I could, but I can't. Dakota Godfrey also has a YouTube channel, asking people to go and check him out. Simply Stoppy, pro player from the EU server. Good stuff. Chat is alive and well. Ich bin lost. Lucifer, what be? Fantastic stuff. So yeah, this is Group 1. Narvin and First Alliance looking pretty strong here. Would expect Jnice, Narvin, 1NV, and First Alliance to be going through to the top 4, to be fair. Group 2, this group is going to be contested by Loka and R2K. There is some other pretty stiff competition in here. We've got Turks, one of the Kraken Esports teams. Let's just have a look and see which one that is. Quinoa, Deepies, Obsidian, Shogun. This is the Kraken Esports #1 team. They'll be really hoping for a top 4 spot if they get that. That could be really important for them. Let's actually just see if I can bring... let's have 2 open at the same time. There we go. Oh god, now I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Kraken Esports, where are they on the table? Oh, there looks like Kraken will be chasing. They got cups, they got tickets yesterday and today. I don't think they can make the top 8, but they can certainly dig themselves into the top 16 and push for the wild card. They've got a really strong unit. They were seriously strong contenders in the Challenger tournament. So let's bring that back. But Loka and R2K probably the favourites to go. I would expect to see Loka or R2K in the finals. Souls, L1T, that's the Alexandria Predators. Turks, all pretty tough competition. Group 2 looking like a fierce group indeed. Group 3, the group we're following. Endgame, don't have an opponent yet, but they'll be then going on to face probably BHBP or IVI. BHBP, my pick there. UN1 versus Spot. Win versus Pink. I would be expecting to see Win and Endgame in the final. But UN1 Spot can do the upsets. Also, BHBP should never ever be underestimated. They've got a they can do some pretty good things. They've rocked the boat a few times in the Ascent Tournament so far. Group 4, Raid, and here's FBI. FBI, well, they're into the top 8. They really need to beat TRA if they want to. Basically, let's put it this way: FBI need to beat TRA, and TRA. Well, this is FBI's unit: Taco, Shaka, Phoenix, Jitan, Tipuno, Rocky, Burger, Spitfire. There's a really strong force there. And let's have a look at their opponents. TRA, well, they should be able to do this. But TRA, well, they've got Sirhan B, who's a very confident player. Be interesting to see if they can pull through. ESA, Fearless. ESA are actually chasing. Where's me? There we go. Let's move that across. ESA are currently pushing as well for the top 8. I think they got a ticket yesterday. They get a ticket again today. They will be, if they do well in Thursdays and Saturdays tournament, they could lock themselves into the top 8. That would be very interesting indeed. Same as APA. APA also in Group 4. APA versus Yakuza. They'll probably get into the top 4 playing against FBI. ESA will probably go in against Raid, although they are going to be playing EQ. Yellow Ants will probably go through and play Raid. Let's just see if we can't refresh the group. No, I'm expecting Yellow Ants to go through to play Raid. EQ, pretty good team. But we are genuinely expecting ESA, Ghost, Deadly, his royalty, personal rockability, Eddie, Bang Bang, Mr. Turk, the Coward, the Yeti, to do the business, get themselves into another top 4 spot, get another ticket on the go. And then see Group 5. Group 5, well, Kana, we saw Kana yesterday steamroll everyone and everything, monstrously good unit. Now they're going to be up against Turcios, Oops, Immortals will probably go through, and I'm expecting Hapki to beat WinterWar. But WinterWar, they could do it. But let's say we're going to see Hapki, Immortals, and probably Turcios. 63 with a 1877. 64 with a... I'm going to put my money on Turcios. Turcios, Carnage, Immor, and Hapki to go through. Immor, this is worth noting, Immor, really strong unit at the moment. I think their first team unfortunately had some difficulties in real life, had to pull out. They didn't get cups, they didn't get tickets, sorry, at all Monday, Tuesday last week. A huge dent in their campaign. They are, however, sat in 23rd. They got 601. They got tickets to the ticketed tournaments yesterday. If they can pick it up again, which they probably can, I don't want to jinx them. Oh, welcome, Szilard Bartolos. Welcome indeed. I think if they get tickets again, they can really come into this this top 16 and make a go of challenges, and then of course hopefully their A team, or at least the strongest players, will be eligible to play in the challenges tournament. They could do a really amazing comeback there. Certainly this team, from what we saw them go up against Connor in the finals last night. Was it finals? Anyway, they put in a really good showing. So it'll be really nice to see those boys climb up high. But we're not going to focus too much on the other groups. There's 5 groups. A good number of teams have registered. EG versus Swed. Let's have a look. 56-83. I don't want to call it before it starts. But yeah. There's only so much. There's only so much that can happen. So anyway, back into the game. We've still got some time before we kick off. Where's me? Group 3. No, Group 3. I'm lost. I'm lost and confused. Where's EG gone? I'm not making it up, they're not there. Okay, but there they are. 7:32, we've got time for a replay. We've waffled on quite enough. But it's mostly for me to get my head around the current situation. So, sorry, we're not taking platoon requests. We are, however, going to be showing some replays. Let's see. And Norwegian Hitman, Notch, Mick, and Snap, and chilling out in the Swarm lobby. Good to see that. Hopefully having a watch party. Who knows? Who knows? Pre-pick replays. Oh, we've got some endgame replays. We've got Orca at a T22. Oh, it would be rude not to. It would be rude not to. Let's jump in. Okay, here we are. It is a solid tier 10. Oh, it's actually a... Now, is this a tournament match? Or is this training? I'm not sure, but this is definitely Clan Wars replay, which we haven't had many of. So if you've ever wondered what it's like in Clan Wars, well, this is Orca in a 6-2, EG with a double FP215B, double Foch, T22 looks like a 140, and then an STB. It is a 140 and an STB. Loka, Batcha, FE215B, double IS4, Jaegeru, Mouse, WZ113. New meta being rocked here by EG. Really aggressive play. Vietnam swinging in for the kill. Our man with 609 damage in. De Silva and Winch going down. Endgame, well, they're pretty much tied up. The bounce. It's another bounce. Orca not quite able to bounce Karelek there. Karelek, former teammate of Eros, big game. Certainly he's one player that they're very much aware of. Orca switching to Heat, picking up the kill. It's a 4-on-4. Fox Toast, another former Eros teammate. Ooh, big amount of ram damage. Our man's on 1500. Oh, good lord, it's a 2-on-3. There's a Mouse, a Jaegeru, an Eagle Eye in the FD215B. 2k damage. He's looking to shut down Eagle Eye. The Jaegeru's trying to get round. Nice, gets the track. Shifts up. 2400. Penguini and Orca left versus Unicum, Vanacoin and Eagle Eye. What a nice shot, and you can see Eagle Eye taking 215 damage there. Hideously. Unicum takes a hit. Our man's just wiggling like this tank. Threading the needle. Picking up the bounces. Needs to get... He needs to get south round that tank. Gets it. Gets the kill. Pushing 3.4k damage. There are no weak opponents here. Every single tank is made of aggression. And Unicum gets the ram kill. Got a mad respect for a good ram kill. And it is a 2 pros on 1 pro. Penguini, I don't know if he was talking about him or the beautiful snapshot. 4.3k damage. Drinking coffee. Ooh. Look at this thing, it can hustle, it's got such good mobility. Got like a spicy caramel latte thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have no idea. Sorcery getting the gun depression to do what it's doing. No caps on the go. It's a 2-on-1 situation. The Mouse is a 2-shot. Vanacoin is quite comfortably a 4-shot. I'm just seeing Daniel Sevic's message in chat. Yeah, this is a call for any budding voice actors. I did the notifications myself. If anyone would like to have a go at throwing me their own soundbite for use in my notifications and alerts, that would be ambitious snapshot. That would be more than welcome. Alexandra Schwartz, Fugit, Robert Dorr, Jonathan Newman, chatting away. Penguini, I think, is just lamenting his poor choices. Now, it's worth mentioning, Orca is in the Digital Forest camo, and he is reverse side-scraping. Now, the T22 has a weak front plate, 200 IQ play. If the enemy can't see your front plate, it ain't weak. Great shot! Getting round, where's the Mouse? Oh my god. Another great shot, gets the loader, that could be key. 5.7k, there's the Mouse. Does he pick it up? No, he doesn't. They're both 1-shots here. Vanacoin and Unicum, knowing they're up against now Orca and Winch, two of the new additions to basically Endgame is effectively Eros's big game roster. They lost Karalek and Foxtoast to Loka, but they gained Winch and Orca. And yes, the T22 is balanced. It is balanced. It is so balanced. But as you can see there, Orca and similarly Winch, they're just technically very, very good. Brilliant players, gifted players technically. And that would have been an epic replay in randoms. The fact that he was able to do it to a current top 4 professional team. Where are Loka on the leaderboards? Oh, top 5. Loka are in 5th. They'll probably finish top 4 if we're being honest. Some impressive stuff. So I'm sorry, Caroline, we can't platoon on live stream. But we do take friend requests. We do take friend requests. Okay. Well, we're just waiting now for the we are just waiting for that invite. I'm going to put on another replay, and I have to go and do some admin stuff, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see if we can't find a Oh, I don't want to show another Fosh 155 replay. Oh, that looks good. Galacti, we talked about Oops. He's here in the M48 pattern. That looks pretty good. So unfortunately, I'm not going to commentate over this. I'll just let you enjoy it while I go and do some very quick admin. Sorry, the invite's coming through. We don't have time for the replay. We'll see that replay, though, soon. So just while I go and jump in and do some... Okay, there is the room invite. Hmm. Okay, 1 minute to go. Apologies, I am going to have to go and sort something out. Stream is going on pause for a bit. I really apologize for this. Hopefully we'll get it fixed before the end. Hang in there, guys. So yeah. Literally someone's been trying to hack into my account. It is the guy that we reported on stream yesterday. You can see that I've locked him out of the chat. He is blocked. So we're in the process of reinforcing account security. Fun times, fun times. Hello Wargaming, if you're taking note of this. Fun times. Well, we're following Endgame. They won their last one. My green screen is down. Oh, my green screen's back up. Magical. Now, I am still in the midst of trying to fix everything on my account. Hashtag we never panic. Would love to meet that particular individual in person. Would be very fun indeed. Anyway, weak, spineless wastes of human existence aside, I hope that you enjoy this rather static bird's eye camera while we crack on. Oof. Well, it looks good. Looks like Endgame kicked ass. I didn't really see it because I'm trying to fight off bloody cyber terrorists, which is really good. Okay, let's put up a replay. Happy days. Where are those pre-click replays at? Oh, one from Varmer in the Fosh 155, absolutely. Let's jump on board with that. Well, the good news is that your boy Rolling is very, very savvy. Almost as savvy as this player in a Fosh 155. I have so many factors of authentication that it is hilarious. So the only way someone's really getting in is if they come and take my phone and a couple of other things, which I 100% invite them to come and find me. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. So, we're on. Looks like we're doing a solid. Varma from Win, who is next, seems to be doing a great job. So well, in fact, that the Girl 15 is doing a great job. And yeah, he's carrying. I do apologise for that slight stream disruption. Not fun at all. Not fun at all. Seems to be going well though. Oof. Well, our man is on track for a big carry. A tremendously big carry. Oh, just magical. Just magical. A 7 kill. A Racini. It really takes the sting off. Really takes the sting off getting hacked. Excellent stuff. Ginger from North now. Not Varma anymore. Ginger from North. I think that's a much better name all round. Yeah, we'll take a friend request. Why not? Absolutely. Why not? So yes, huge apologies for the disruption on stream. Nothing like having your account hacked while you're mid-flow to put the fear of God into you. So we are very much on it. There we go. We are very much on it. Now, when does the next tournament start? I feel like I need to get my head back in the game. Endgame. We'll be playing BHBP, as I foretold. Win going through versus Pink. We'll be playing UN1. Also, as foretold, I think Spot. No, yeah, it makes sense. Group 3 makes a lot of sense. What doesn't make sense is why I haven't checked when the next round starts. 8:04 for the semi-finals. Top 4. We're in now top 4 territory, which is really good to see. Let's go and have a look. See through all the other groups. Okay. Okay, so let's now go and have a look over at the wonderful Blitz assistant for a full recap of what's happening. So far, well, first alliance, 1NV, Navin and Janice went through. That's exactly as I predicted, top 4. No surprises there. I would be expecting first alliance and Navin to make it through the finals. Great to see Janice and 1NV still chasing, still threatening. The bottom of the top 8, I think Janice are actually in potentially with a shot here. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, Janice could do it. Same as 1NV. They're not that far off the bottom of everything. So yeah, that's first group. Group 2. Loka, Kraken Esports, R2K, L1T. Nice to see LXN now pushing into the top 4. Again, Loka, Kraken Esports, R2K. Kraken Esports will be, that's another team that can be feeling quite happy. They're going to be chasing entry into the top 16 rather than top 8 endgame. BHBP UN1 win. We've seen that win. More tickets win, probably almost certainly staying in the top 8 as long as they do fairly well. They've got tickets from today and yesterday. So yeah, this is endgame BHB. Group 3 is looking good. Group 4, Raid, ESA, APA, FBI. FBI will be super, super happy with that. They absolutely needed this to get into the top 4 here to keep their chances of staying in the top 8 alive. Certainly, they're number 3 at the moment. I think even with only 1 ticket moving forwards, they should be okay to stay in the top 8. But I think they need to put in a really good performance, at least coming maybe top 8, top 4 in the group on either Thursday or Saturday. Certainly there's going to be lots of teams now, 5 groups coming out of this tournament. That means 20 ticketed teams going into Thursday, Saturday, depending that. So we're going to probably see Raid, FBI in the final, I would say. ESA, hopefully we'll give them a run for their money. It'll be great to see the boys from ESA racking up some cups. Maybe we'll see them in the pros too. Certainly the EU scene, the EU server. The competition is still wide open. Here as well, Tercios, they did beat Oops, Carnage, Imor, Hapki. I think so yeah, Carnage, Tercios, Immortals, Hapki. I feel good. I think I feel all the top 4 in all 5 groups, 100%, which makes me happy. Imor are on track for the top 16 right now. That makes me very happy. A group very close to my heart. So we've got now a little bit of time before the invite comes through. Again, huge apologies. We didn't have audio issues this stream. we had account issues. Yeah, it's, oh god. I'm sure they really got off on that. That's just the worst part, you know. That is just the worst part. Let's see. Well, that invite should be coming through. I think it means that Endgame playing BHBP, they're a good team. They're not insanely hot this year. BHBP has been stronger in the past. Certainly, again, do not misunderstand me. BHBP are currently sitting at 11th place. They're behind APA, First Alliance, Functional Ice, ESA, 1ND. It's a good team. It could be an upset here. BHBP, another team we're seeing basically places 9 through 13 are all in with a crack at the top 8 if they do really well Thursday and Saturday. So BHBP, Kami, Mr. Benya, Sergeant Banshee, Durati, D3, R4TI. Not sure exactly how to pronounce that. But they could be a very tough opponent for Endgame. I'm sorry that we didn't catch Endgame's first battle. It looked like it was pretty solid. I think we have the notifications here. Yes, we do. We can actually see that Endgame. Well, they actually had a very low hit point team. The enemy was below 13,000 hit points. 30 Bs, double Batchat, double T22, double Foch. Endgame losing Orca, Boops, and Shock. But good damage numbers all on the board here. The Batchats from Swed. What's their clan tag? Really not operating that effectively. Clan Sweden. So that's some phenomenal stuff there. They did pretty good. Clan Sweden gave Endgame a run for their money game 1. I think just they had a very soft lineup. That might have been the problem. Game 2, well, Endgame looking much more. Again, the hit points. It was a victory by 7 kills. Again, very low hit points. The tank composition here is worth talking about because on average you see hit point pools kind of ranging from 14 to 15,000 sometimes, even 16 if it's a super heavy lineup. Is that possible 16? I don't think so. But I mean, that's a big deficit and good trading. Only one less gun down here. I think a triple Batchat, double T22, double Foch. It's an aggressive lineup that probably catches a lot of other teams off guard on the wrong foot. But Endgame certainly are a very competent unit. And they can kind of find ways to work around very aggressive mobile strategies like that. They've got the discipline and the patience against mid-tier opponents to pull that off. I think certainly Endgame compared to Karna, that's one of the areas that they need to work on. From what I saw from Endgame last week compared to what we saw of Carnage yesterday, Endgame are very. They're in, like most of the big teams at the moment. The R2K roster is pretty new. The Carnage roster is pretty new. Endgame roster is pretty new, like as a cohesive unit in itself. And I think Endgame's kind of taking the longest to settle down into a more well-paced gameplay. Carnage yesterday was so fluid. It was just absolutely phenomenal. Having a look at the chat, we've got K8, Soccer2A, Happy Kiwi Kasu is in the chat. Hamish the Ham Volley Vonkus here too. Tingos. Lovely to have all the people in chat. And the bear knows. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, someone tried to hack my YouTube account for the stream, which was an exciting experience. So, you know, we'll be doing all of the reports. We have actually got the name of the person's device and their IP address and their location from our security. So we basically know who they are, where they logged in from, assuming that they didn't use something else like a VPN. It didn't look like a VPN. So we know everything that we need to know about the person who logged in to make a very formal and well-worded letter to YouTube, as well as Wargaming now too, because we can pair up all of the details from the login attempt with certain account details from WoT Blitz. It's exciting. I love it. People just come here and they give me all of the ammo. It's absolutely wonderful. It really is. So that's fun. 3 minutes to go. It is the semi-finals, so we've still got a lot of games. The time has just gone. Sorry, I feel shooketh. Endgame versus BHBP. Okay, happy days. Endgame BHBP going into Mayan ruins. Where's Strat Sketch gone? Hashtag priorities. Mayan ruins. We'll bring up the strat sketch between the rounds here. Endgame, the favourites going in on paper. Mayan Ruins, a nice mirror map, very fair spawn swap. The meta, quite aggressive. We've seen some really poor play around B in other streams from this Twister Tournament series. Now, endgame looks like the lineup they're going, bringing some IS-7s and an IS-4, shifting it, kind of making a hybrid between old and new meta BHBP with, well, what can only be described as an extremely special lineup. I haven't seen anything like this really worked for in the past. It'd be extremely interesting to see how these two lineups come out to each other. Triple T57, this is a little bit reminiscent of R2K running, I think it was triple AMX 50Bs in the spring season 2019. And we've got endgame red team North Spawn versus BHBP blue team South Spawn. Some pretty fantastic stuff here. I just can't get over this lineup by BHBP. I wonder what the guys from endgame make of this. The best Hungarian Blitz players with double mouse, 268, FE215B, triple T57. Now, there's a lot of punch here. Now, the FE215B, triple T57, they're taking the midline. It looks like RG and WoT in the double IS-7s. Are they going to get a proxy spot in? Yes, they are. Look at that. They're safe. They've got the proxy spot in. Are they in trouble? Here comes the firepower. Do they have support? Yes, they do. Shock and Orca double 57s, and WoT down, but BHBP are in trouble. RG is hanging in there pretty well. Shock getting in some damage, and we've got the mouses and the 268 coming in. WoT went down. Mr. Benya's gone down. Hit points in the favor of EG. Danny's on a drum reload. Romka needs to come in and shut him down. It's Boopsy with the kill. Sergeant Banshee's taking a lot of damage. RG did great holding in there for as long as he did. Sergeant Banshee's looking low. Orca and the Foch picks him up. Double Foch firebase. Absolutely key in the counter by endgame. T57 Batyuka, one shot in the chamber, looking for some damage. It's a one-gun advantage to endgame. And it looks like the FB's on fire. Nico's getting a shot into Cami. The FE215B goes down to Orca. Romka's down to a one-shot, picked off by BHBP's mouse. Cami's going to have one in the chamber, looking for Nico. Doesn't have a shot. Cami will take a shot into Boopsy. No, they won't. It's a 4-on-2. It's... it is a 4-on-2 endgame. They have this one in hand. That's a huge max roll from Cami. Nico fluffs the shot. Boopsy will have him on the reload. Really needs to land it. Does. And he'll be fine. And Orca will be putting the hurts into Batyuka. And that is a beautiful game all round. Great play by endgame. I don't know if that was a specific counter, or if they kind of had a vague idea what they were going to do. You can see the 57s, it was a great play. They were looking to choke B, and choke it they did. Big damage. The Foshes, basically, let's get the minimap up. It's ready. Let's bring the minimap up. Here's Strat Sketch. Yeah, the Foch tanks here were able to provide support. WoT and RG and the IS-7s got the proxy spot on the T-57s, FE215B here. I think that was intentional. I think they pushed here to proxy spot this area. The 57s went in for the push. They didn't realize that the Foch 155s were here. Big swing in hit point pools. Basically, end game. They put 2 tanks into harm's way to catch 4 tanks out of position. It was a pretty good trade. The rest of the mediums kind of running interference, wrapping round. We saw the 268 from BHBP went wide and was putting in crossfire towards the end. The mouse tanks joined the fight a little bit later. Endgame, though, carrying an initial trade advantage through from that opening gambit on B. RG and WoT nobly sacrificed for the cause. Absolutely superb performance by endgame. BHBP with it, and I think they're going to rock it again. We're seeing the same lineup. Mr. Benya not ready. Taking a 140. There's a slight change there. The 268's been dropped. 268 being dropped is a good call. Nico's offline. We've got an offline player we're potentially seeing. Quick shuffle, quick shuffle. Not quick enough. Are we going in on a 6v7? This could be game breaking. Nico's AFK. He is ready though. Nico was offline. Keep an eye on Nico, the red number 2 FE215B. Endgame with a bat chat, RG in the bat chat, double FE215B, triple Fosh, bot view in the IS7. They've switched out no T22s, one extra Fosh. Fosh looking pretty strong. And that is some phenomenal stuff. Good play by Endgame. Quick cap, bot for you, North American Twister Camo 2016. Endgame quickly rotating. The FE215Bs looks like they're going to move to play this area here. Great call. Nico and Romka will be able to work some really nice hull down positions here. BHBP though are well entrenched in the city. They're behind by about 30 cap points. Bot for you in danger. Sergeant Banshee spotted. Cammy not spotted. That's interesting. Proxy spotted. Yes, now Cammy's been spotted. Mr. Benya's rotating. Cammy taking a big hit. Who's putting the hurt in? Triple Fosh gun line. Laying in wait. Cammy and Sergeant Banshee really caught out of position. Sergeant Banshee looking to return fire. Doesn't connect now on the drum reload. We've got Mr. Benya looking to get some spots in. Nico rotating round. Huge shot whistling in from Orca. Nico and bot for you have rotated. RG is playing loose on the flank in the backfield. Might make a counter push. Mr. Batka getting hammered. BHBP pushing into endgame, waiting gun line. Red tracer fire everywhere. And Batka goes down. Mr. Benya now coming in force. But he's getting locked down. Romka going for the ram kill. Nico's gone down to Cammy. Guns are even, but hit points are vastly in the favor of Endgame, and they've just wrapped up Mr. Benya and back at 380. Some easy kills. Sergeant Banshee still halfway. Sergeant Banshee's halfway through a drum reload. Cammy's down. Vegvar is down, and it's a 6-on-2 Endgame. Really intelligent play. The Fosh, the triple Fosh gun line just waiting for BHBP to push out. Romka's low, bot for use, saved by RG. And Endgame with some amazing... I didn't have eyes on the Fosh 155s until BHBP did. And that would have really caught them off guard and out of position. And you can see Shock and Orca and Vupsi doing huge amounts of damage. 8k coming out of that tiny little corner. Oh yeah, we'll take a friend request, of course. Basically, Endgame put their Fosh 155s here and just played super passive. Again, bot for you was running proxy spots. Getting the proxy spots, getting the information without exposing himself to the mass T57 fire. I think that's very important, keeping himself safe. The FE215B is initially playing over here, and then as the information came through, as they started to understand that BHBP were going to make a push through their spawn, you saw the FE215Bs rotate back round. As well, the Batchat was playing loose over here for a while. He came in, joining the ball from the rear. End game with the very, very powerful triple Fosh gun line, backed up by flanking tanks. It was a very patient, and I think I said it earlier in the stream that one of the concerns from one of the concerns from me about Endgame is there's a lot of talent in that squad, but there's also like a lot of not a lack of discipline, but there's the mentality of players that are very talented that they try and clutch a situation when actually what they need to do is focus more on being a bit more a replay from the Bear Nose in the Cheat. It's a tier 7 replay. But it looks so good, and he's always here in chat tuning in. So definitely, let's show this one. It is the Bear Nose from Ice Clan. He's in the Chiri. He's got his premium account camo. More power to him. It's a tier 7 game with 1 tier 6 on each team. This looks good. And Fujit saying we will see lots of Fosh going forwards. We've been seeing lots of Fosh for quite a while. We've been seeing a lot of them. And so far, so good. 1 minute in, got all 3 shots off into that poor T-43. Took a tiny bit of damage in return. And now lining up for the Tiger. It's a bounce. It's a hit. It's another hit. 305. Chi-Ri, surprisingly boxy as a tank goes. Surprisingly boxy all round. BMG asking... PMG, yeah, I also need cookies, don't worry, buddy. And don't worry, K8 will have a look at the other groups as well. MH Gilly says Carnage will win Twister. It's not a given, but they're looking like very fierce contenders indeed. Oh, 314. It is a 3-on-4. Our man is pushing big damage numbers out here in his tier. Nice jink. Was worth missing the last shot to not take that damage. And now it's a 1-on-4. The Bear Nose gets a key bounce. That's important. Gets the repair in. Lucky man. Dodges a shot. He's up against Tiger. Now this tank. 114 in ram damage. Does he go for a drum reload? No, he does not. He doesn't need to because he's got a target to reload, to unload into, to get the reload on the go. The ML and the Tiger. Now, between them, they should be able to do this. Oh, the Tiger gets a 183 in, but it's a max roll. He's taking the Tiger down to a clip, and then if he can outplay the ML. Now the ML's going round the corner. The Tiger will get one in. Biding his time, looking to use the Tiger as a shield. Now he's a 2-shot to the ML. The ML is at least 3 clips, I would say. Oh, he's gone for the B cap. He's gone for the B cap. That's a good move. Letting the ML push in. The ML understands now that he needs to come in. And actually, Red's holding steady here. Reds will win. Nice play. 200, it's a max roll. The Bear Nose really patient, very patient, and now the green cap points have ticked over. The ML has made a terrible mistake, but the ML gets a shot in. Now will he push to get past? Can he beat him on the traverse? I think he can. Needs to get up alongside, needs to deny that turretless TD. Oh, 5,500 damage at tier 7. That is phenomenal. Non-mistare. Yeah, we'll take friend requests. Oh, I've lost an avatar. The Bear Nose, just crushing it. Just absolutely crushing it. Big carry, 1,605 base AP at tier 7. Are you kidding me? I'm pretty decent accuracy too, only, I mean, that's 4 misses. I mean, that's better than 90% accuracy and only 3 bounces out of the 38 that connected. Really good job there, really good job. Oh, we've lost an avatar. We've got a friend request. We'll take the friend request. Truly awesome stuff. I don't show enough actually. Oh, camera's gone. There we go, back. I don't show enough lower tier 7. It's not actually that low in the whole scope of the game, but compared to like the Clan Wars tournament scene tier 10, I don't show many replays below that. Now, what are we doing in terms of where is Blitz Assistant gone? Can we see the other groups? Let's hop on over to Strat Sketch. 1NV versus Navin. That's a little bit of a surprise. I would really be expecting First Alliance to go through. I mean, 69 with a 2-2. Average tier of 8, 1NV. I know these are random stats, but I know more people in the First Alliance roster than I do in the 1NV roster. But certainly Navin looking strong. Janice still in the hunt for that top 8 spot. Getting the ticket from today is very important. Loka beating Kraken. Kraken Esports, I think, chasing a top 16, a challenger spot. Again, getting the tickets will be good for them. Loka winning. R2K versus L1T, still pending results from that. That could be going through the tiebreaker. R2K won't be too happy with that. L1T, although a good team, are probably one of the teams that R2K would think they should be able to dispatch quite cleanly 2-0. We know that Endgame versus Win. That's great. I'm really looking forward to covering that. Win are a long-time supporting clan of the channel. Endgame basically are my home team, where I was up until, well, Eros, up until basically some point just after Twister, when I went off and tried to become a little bit more neutral as it is possible to be, where you know and love so many people in the community. But Endgame versus Win, UN1 versus BHP. Again, UN1 and BHP are chasing a top 8 spot. They're not out yet. Getting tickets today is good if they can place well in Thursday and or Saturday. That sets them up to do pretty good things. Endgame and Win are looking to retain that top 8 spot. And again, they're on track to do that. Now, FBI did beat APA. Red did beat ESA, APA, ESA, more teams which are potentially chasing top 8, Raid and FBI. Well, FBI might be in trouble. They could be the one team that are currently in the top 8 because they didn't get a ticket yesterday. That could really affect their campaign. Basically, it means whichever tournament they show up to, if it's Thursday or Saturday, they have to bring their endgame. They have to do as well as humanly possible to keep the best chances of staying in, because there are teams that are not that far behind them. I mean, if you have a look, basically where FBI are now, 3,000. They're going to have maybe an extra 400 cups from this evening, which will kind of keep them maybe in fourth or fifth place, like around there. They're going to be about 1,000 cups higher. They're only turning up to one tournament. Some of these clans are turning up to 2 of Thursday and Saturday. So actually, they could get bumped. FBI could get bumped from the top 8 just because they messed up yesterday and didn't make a top 4 cut. So that's really tough for them. Oh dear. Group 5, Karna versus Immor. Great to see Immortals going through to the finals, getting their second ticket. Week 2 has been much better for Immor. It's a real shame that they missed out on Monday and Tuesday last week. They had 2 teams, no tickets. That's a real tough break for them. However, they're definitely looking like dead certs at the moment for the top 16. The Challengers Tournament, the Wildcard Tournament, leading on from that, at least on the EU server. It's not a bad shot. Obviously, you want to make the top 8, you want to make the pros, but if you can get into the top 16, that is an opportunity that you have to take. Absolutely. So that's the lay of the land. We're still waiting for, I think, R2K's game. R2K losing to L1T. R2K hanging in there. I think they are placed at 7. So yes, R2K are 7th. They are hanging in there. They're doing okay. But they really will not be happy losing to L1T. Kraken Esports, another team that got the rough end of the stick in week 1. They're chasing top 16. Loka looking fierce, looking very fierce indeed. So let's jump back into the garage. We're now waiting for we're waiting for that invite, which should be through momentarily. Steve Bowen saying that Carnage are his favorite for Twister. I don't know who my favorite is yet. It's too close to call. I don't think it's a safe bet. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite. I don't know who my number 1 seed is. I think it's too close to call. I am going to, what I'll do actually after Saturday's tournaments on Asia, North America, and Europe, I will seed the top 8 of each server, basically like where I think they'll place overall in the professionals tournaments. I won't do it for Russia because I'm not following that server. I had to draw a line in the sand. My limited mental capacity could only stretch so far. So look at that beautiful tank. Come on, where's me invite? Right, 1 minute out. So yeah, please do let me know in the chat, who are you who are your favorites for Twister, the clan that you're supporting, or the clan that you think are going to go and win the whole damn thing on the EU server. Even if you've got opinions that you'd like to share about who you think is going to do well on the North American server, the Asian server, or the Russian server, please do. This live stream chat is the place for you to express your opinion. And Non-Mister is apparently friends of Caroline Maduit. Which is good to know. Happy Kiwi congratulates L1T, absolutely. R2K beating them, strong performance. Now we've got Win versus Endgame coming up on stream. It's good. We've had a tough stream. We've had a difficult evening. It's been one of the less fun evenings. I'm not going to lie. But it's been good having you here for moral support. And we do have, of course, all of the information that we need to go to both Wargaming and YouTube and lock them down. So, hey, the good old bait and switch worked. Okay. Right. Apologies for that another brief interruption to the schedule. 30 seconds to go. Endgame versus Win Grand Finals of Group 3, Day 4, the last day of the non-ticketed tournaments, Day 6 of the overall Twister Ascent Tournament series. These teams have both got tickets from this evening. I think they both picked up 2 sets of tickets from week 2, so they're on track to be going to both Saturday and Thursday's ticketed tournaments. Now we're playing for Pride. Last time these two teams met, Win beat Endgame in the semi-finals. That was Monday evening. And we're going to be seeing Endgame, Red Team, South Spawn versus Win, Blue Team, North Spawn. And Endgame. Ooh. Double FE215B, double Fosh, WZ113, RG in the E50M, rocking that pro camo. I am so jealous. I have all of the jealousy. And the boys from North, Win, who is next? Winsk is next. All finished plan with Esports team. Double 140 T22, double Fosh, double FE215B. Nice lineups here. RG's been spotted. Killer and Lays. Well, they could really have this one under wraps. No, they don't. He does. Oh, he's got support. He's got support. RG has got lots of support. And Endgame with a strong play into A. Win have got the high ground. They do have the option to get the double cap on the go. Endgame will go up quickly with 1 cap. Win potentially. Look at this. They've rotated. Torpy, Killer, Lays. The mediums up back through the spawn. C's on the go. That is Ollie. Oliver from North in the FE215B. Also with the pro camo. And now Win will be digging in. We're seeing Gabe. Could be out of position here. Side scraping. Rambo in the Fosh covering. Kumatia also covering. We've got the mediums. Lays Killer. He is Killer out of position. He's very far forwards. I'm concerned he could be isolated. He's going to be doing quite a bit of spotting here. But yeah, Killer has taken some damage. And do Endgame understand that there is a field of fire being set up here by Win? I'm concerned that Win are kind of out of position. Torpy and Gabe have both been spotted. They're trying to get the flank on RG and Vupsi. Now we're seeing Endgame responding. Nico pushing in. Nico, Romka, bot for you. Shock and Orca will push up the flank. Killer in trouble. Killer getting safe. Does he have support? He doesn't have much support. Our Win dropping the ball a little bit here. It looks like Win have put 3 tanks on the ramp. RG is doing a good job of staying safe. Killer still in trouble. The push is coming. Romka misses the shot. Nico gets a hit into Killer. Killer's down to a 1-shot. Can Romka pick him off? Whoa, that was close. Lay is rotating in to cover. Big hit into the side of Romka. Romka taking the 2nd shot. Lay's unspotted, looking for the shot there. Hit points neck and neck. Win with the position. Vupsi bleeding hit points. Win really digging in. We're seeing another push from Orca here. Looks like he's trying to wrap round Oliver. Vupsi gets a shot into Ollie. Orca's coming in with the Fosh. He'll be looking to put in lots of damage. He is spotted. No, he's looking for Killer. EG needs to pick up some guns. Vupsi is low. There's lots of low hit point tanks for both teams. Who can pick up the guns? Vupsi goes down. Win are looking strong, but Torpy goes down to Orca. Endgame know they need to come in and brawl. It's close. It's going to be very, very close. It's gun advantage to Endgame. Great focus fire. Kumatia in trouble. Looks like Nico is going for the kill shot. Gabe. Oh, Kumatia gets 2 bounces. And Win with the double kill. Romka shock. Win pick it up. Win double cap play. Pulling all of their forces, wrapping back up to the northern, or the high ground sea spawn. Basically, Killer bleeding hit points on the retreat. He got safe, pulled some of the endgame players out of position. They got farmed. We saw that I think it was Romker in the 215B took an absolute hammering from the Foch 155s. Endgame, I think they just tried to wrap around too wide. It was too disparate. I think Endgame needed a more targeted push. Win, though, did a really good job of controlling the information on the battlefield. I think that's something that Maddox and a couple of other commentators pointed out in the past. Maybe Pixel as well, talking about that information war. Certainly, that's the first kind of thing that's happening in the game, is the teams are looking to understand what their opponents are doing and how that they can react to it. Now, when you get further into the game and you're in a position like Endgame where you've got the low ground, you know that the enemy has the force, they have the momentum behind them, the double cap, if things remain as they are, inevitably will kick in and Win will seal the victory on cap point. So the pressure is on Endgame to come in and engage Win. Now, Win, of course, know that that's going to happen. It's their job to make sure that they have as much information as possible, can put their tanks in optimal positions, and identify any push before it's too late, and rotate and counter to that. Endgame, of course, the rotations were there. There was Orca coming around in the T22, but there was never one super dominant push, and that's always the risk. If you take a relatively slow force, I mean, okay, the FE215B can be pretty rapid with the speed boost, but if you take a relatively slow force downhill, if you're pushing up into a team of greater or equal speeds even, in terms of vehicle composition, it can be very difficult for you to mount an effective kind of swarming push, picking off guns, which is what you need to do when you're coming from a cap deficit. Now we're going back into Winter Malinovka, swapping the spawns. Win match point into the best of 3. Endgame looking to take this one through to a tiebreaker. Win, this would be the second row back-to-back versus Endgame, and that would be very encouraging. Endgame are currently number 2 on the scoreboard, I believe, and Win are down in 8th place. Both teams top 8 material. Looks like Endgame, North Spawn, red team, are packing double Foch, quadruple FE215B, double T22, pure new 2019 Twister meta, not a single non-meta tank in play. It's a triple FE215B, double Foch, 140 T22. Is it a quadruple? No, it's a double, sorry. Like, similar lineups, almost identical. The only difference, of course, being that EG are bringing one extra T22. Now, both teams going up. Romka taking damage early on again. I think that was Lays. That was one hell of a shot. T22 firing long range. Really nice performance. Now, Killer taking some fire. That coming in from Voopsy, I think. Don't know what this music is. We need to really sort that out. Okay. Orca. Like this position he's got here, we've seen what he did versus Loka. That 6K replay that we showed live on stream. Same digital forest camo, really one of the classiest camouflages out there. Also known lovingly by me as the digital vomit camo. It's a good looking tank. No caps on the go. Hit points neck and neck. There's maybe one APCR shot from a medium in it. Win deeper on A. Potentially Lays in the T22 making a play. Torpy and Rambo will be looking then to get eyes over B. Torpy will be looking to, yeah, he's going to try and cover A. Endgame, are they going to respond? Yes, they are. Walker's going in to see. Win again will have the cap advantage. B, however, this time he's not contestable. We can see Endgame. All 7 tanks in frame. Torpy coming up under the ramp. Will he make a play for B? That's bold. Ventnom and Shock playing loose in the backfield. That's an interesting call. Ventnom in the FE215B. Shock in the T22. They're getting some crossfire in. I think these guys are here ready to watch for any potential push. For example, if Blaze comes around the corner, they'll be there to receive him. They can also get crossfire in on the city, and the T-22 is in position to flex where it's needed. He might be a little bit too far back, but Ventnom's been spotted. Shock and Boopsy still unspotted. Lays spotted. He's pulling back. Doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew. Win leading Endgame by about 10 cap points at the moment. Endgame have 4 minutes, about 500 cap points to play with. Certainly there's lots of time for them to do something. Either get a cap stop on A, take down a gun from Win, or get the B cap on the go. Ooh, big hits coming into Killer. I think we've seen actually the FE215Bs play this spot before. I'm not sure how much I like it. Oliver and Killer not finding it. Oopsie saying spot, god damn it. Not finding it easy to work from here, and I think why I don't like this spot for the FE215Bs is you're exposed on quite an aggressive slope to lots of different angles out over here. Also, you can potentially have people firing from that corner there. It might just be a little bit too much for the armor profile of the FE215B to handle. Now, Gabe in the middle. Gabe from North. Locking in. Endgame are rotating. Endgame are making the decision. Romka's dropping the speed boost. He's getting out. No one's spotted. Keep an eye on the red side, the red roster there. If we see any of those tanks spotted, we might anticipate a push from Win. Win very static in gun line, and soft on A. Lays will get the spots in. He's spotted Shock. Do we see the rotation? Yes, we do. Torpy's coming. FE215B is playing passive. A's on the go. Endgame now. And they're stacking this ramp. Rambo's coming down. Torpy's coming down. Anyone with the counter push. Ollie is dropping the speed boost. He's going for counter cap on C. Gabe's going for B. Win pulling off A. Lays potentially in trouble. Lays in all sorts of trouble. Focus fired out. Win on the back foot. Endgame looking to take this to a tiebreaker. Great play by Endgame. Great rotation. Win can do it if they can hold on to the hit point pool. Good counter. Voopsy's having to pull back. Romka and Bot for you coming up the ramp. Ventnom with the assistance of Orca and some other meetings getting stuck into the side. Win dropping the hammer. Endgame with a nice, well, they've got a gun lead, but they're not doing too well. Oh, they are doing well in terms of hit points. They've picked up another gun lead. Win are in trouble. Endgame leading by about 4, almost 5k. Voopsy takes a big hit. Torpy's gone down. This push by Shock, Ventnom and Nico, phenomenal. Voopsy has gone down to Ollie though. Win now having to force the issue. Looks like Voopsy had some ping issues. Kumatia coming in, looking for the back of Romka. Won't get it. Struggling. Nico gets a big hit into Gabe. He's going to have one more. Ventnom picks off Gabe. Romka goes down to Ollie. It's a 4-on-2 in the favor of Endgame. They did a really good job with that rotation of bringing it back. Oh, we're getting stuck into it. Ollie, last man standing. And Endgame winning on points. And Oliver spared the fate of death. Gravy for everyone. Sounds lovely. Like the perfect Christmas dinner. Ventnom, Nico, Romka, big damage numbers. Both teams very similar lineups. Very well played. We can see the current meta. And it was actually a thought that I was having to myself yesterday evening after the stream. My thought was that the current, what we saw in previous tournaments was much slower, better paced gameplay, way more strategic. What we're seeing in the current meta, speed is favored, aggression is favored. However, what we're slowly seeing evolve are the hard counters, this EU, NA playstyle kind of norm, this typical playstyle where brains trump mechanical skill. And we saw their Win. They set up some good fire lines. They had good positions. Endgame understood this, and they had to use their heads to suss out the way to do it. And the way to do it was to be very sneaky, pull off A completely, and then approach from a new vector undetected. And they managed that, and they did it really well. And the focus fire, I think it was Lays. I said he was in trouble, and then 2 seconds later, he was out of the game. We're going now into Desert Sands. It's not a terrible map for a tiebreaker. I think, as it's a tiebreaker, I don't think we're going to see any city shenanigans. I think we're just going to see a straight-up brawl on A in the desert. Certainly, it's a triple FE215B, double T22, 140 SDB, one from Endgame, win W50M, SDB, 140 T22, and a double FE215B. Win slightly faster and more mobile, one less FB, one less heavy tank. Well, the FE with the speed boost basically can move like a medium for a short burst of time. Congratulations, Tingles, confirming that ESA beat APA. We are interested. Thank you for that information. It is now Endgame versus Win. Kind reminder, as always, please, no spoilers on the stream. If you're coming into the stream and you know the result of this game already, keep it to yourself until everyone else knows. Endgame, red team, South Spawn, Win. Blue team, North Spawn. Boys from Finland will be happy with the team color. Everyone rotating to the deserts. Looks like Win are going to go wide on the plane. Lays not taking any fire. No damage exchanged yet. We can't get the free cam any higher than this, unfortunately. RG takes the first hit. That came in from Rambo or Gabe. I think it was Rambo. Let's get perfect here. Elevated. We've got Bot for you, Romka, Nico, the FE215Bs from Endgame, rotating round behind the plane, Orca in the T22, Vuxi in the 140 behind Shock in the T22, RG, hull down the SDB. Since the buff, 6.2, turret has always been very strong in terms of profile. It's done well. Win now with the push. The FB215B is potentially out of the fight. Nico in trouble. Hit points dropping everywhere. In comes the brawl. RG is the call. He's got him safe. Win focusing RG. He's down. Rambo's in trouble. Kumati has gone down though. Both SDBs cleared. Hit points in the favor of the Endgame. Although they are a gun behind at the moment, they are carrying the hit point advantage. Walker coming in. Torpy as well. This is a straight up brawl. Can they keep the focus fire? Rambo's down. Guns are equal. Hit points 1k in the favor of Endgame. It is Carnage. It's not Carnage, it's Endgame. And Oliver looking for a ramp kill. Orca goes down to Torpy. It's a bloodbath. It looks like Endgame are holding it at the moment. Gabe getting focused down. Torpy's next. Killer's looking low, but Torpy's on the receiving end. Oopsie pushing in. Romka low, looking to dodge Torpy. Oh, he does. Lays goes down. It looks like Endgame have got this one. Torpy and Killer. Oh, no. Romka. Oh, what a shot by Bot for you. Straight up brawl. I'm sorry. There's not much I can say when that happens. It's literally just gun for gun, and it's so hard to disentangle the focus fire and like literally I think what I would love to do one day when it comes down to like that kind of brawl is to dissect that. How long was the match? 2 minutes 20 seconds. Would love to dissect the brawl into like graphs, like DPM output by team, hit point pool by team over time. And kind of understand who was targeting what. I think on the map inspector you can actually upload your replays and you can see where the guns are pointing, so there would be a way to kind of assess levels of focus fire and coordination and compare the teams that way. I think when it comes to a brawl that happens in in basically a minute and a half, maybe less, the only thing you can do is break it down painfully like that. Trying to cast it real time is just it's just a nightmare. But a Win decided that they were gonna punch Endgame first, and they made the push over. Endgame though, RG did good to stay alive as long as he did. He was basically the target of 7 guns for a good 15-20 seconds. He died obviously, but I think that he played well to survive those extra couple of seconds, getting round the terrain as quickly as he did. Oh dear, we missed. but certainly endgame, just playing a better brawl there, nothing too much in it. I wouldn't read anything really into that game. I think actually we saw a lot more informative gameplay on Winter Malanovka. We've seen, and there's something that I pointed out in the last endgame stream, endgame are great at rotations and flexes, and kind of doing the unexpected at the right time. They have a real knack for that kind of gameplay. Win, very methodical, good 2-cap strat on the first victory they picked up there, and just chewed through endgame as they came in to try and counter them. Obviously they weren't able to replicate that second time round, but both teams looking very strong, both teams on track for the top 8, both teams looking worthy of the professionals tournament. So this is RollingSwarm signing out for now. Apologies for all of the hassle that we had at the beginning. I obviously want to try and make the stream as smooth and enjoyable for you guys as possible, but unfortunately there are some people out there that are pathetic excuses for human beings and that want to take that away from you. So we countered a hacking attempt, and we still kept the stream going. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyways, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to join as a member, you get access to badges, there's Patreon, there's Discord, blah 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 blah. I think at this point it's the same crowd, so I will avoid repeating myself from this point forwards. It's so great to have you all here watching live, or even if you're tuning in later. Maybe actually you probably won't be able to tune in later. I think Based will probably make this stream unlisted. I'll post it up in a section on the Discord, but I will unlist it on YouTube probably, because like half of the stream is me like panicking and looking at my computer going, oh god, what's happening? Why am I logged out of YouTube midstream? Which is fun, which is very fun. Anyways, it's been a super fun stream. It's been great to see endgame make the comeback versus win. We will be back streaming again on Thursday afternoon, 1 PM CEST following Asia, 8 PM following EU, 3 in the morning following North America, and then again we'll do the same on Saturday. That is the 2 final Twister Ascent tournaments, number 7, number 8, which are the 2 ticketed tournaments, so the level of competition will be orders of magnitudes higher, and it'll be one big group of death, and it'll be glorious, and we'll see some really epic gameplay, fingers crossed. Also a reminder, you can catch the all of the WoT Blitz tournament streams from this Twister season. PK on Blitz, Amonet, Rib from the Raid clan, they're all delivering pretty good streams. I think Rib's going to start with pros, but he's well worth checking those channels out for some more esports content on Blitz. Anyways, see you guys. I'm gonna go and change some more passwords. Bye for now.